least somebody is showing some intent. Somebody is taking the initiative. You know, already I was already thinking my intro was going to be nobody wants the league, but at least Sundowns got their 3 points. Welcome to football, Stalkers. Mamelodi Sundowns won. Ish. If I win at least, man. I've got Sundowns supporters here. I've got mixed feelings. I don't know how I'm feeling right now. I'm happy about the 3 points, but I'm not happy at the same time. It's very confusing. But I've got Mpedulo, I've got Koketso, I've got Sedi, I've got Kelvin, and I've got Phasudi as well, who's joining us as well. Guys, quickly, your thoughts on tonight's game.
Okay, so starting 11 already for me personally, putting Leke and Haga in showed that we were going to provide a lot of pace. There would be a lot of running that was going to happen. I think we should have scored at least 2 goals in the first half. It's just that we fluffed them a bit, and I think Upagamani needs a bit of sharpening. He needs he needs game time, because you can't just expect him to play once every 6 games. He gets injured for 3 months, he comes back, and expect him to perform. But that's just me, because I have a very soft spot for Pagamine. He tried his best. It's unfortunate that he didn't get a goal, but he was pushing forward for us. In terms of the second half, we actually played a lot better. Trying to get those crosses in, trying to get into the final third, trying to score, but it was just not happening. The subs, I think, were done a little too late, but at the same time, because we won the game anyway, I mean, we have no use to really complain. 3 points is 3 points. The time of ice cream football is not... We can't have ice cream football at the moment. All we need to do is just win. We need to fight. And in all fairness, this is Kaizer Chiefs' league to lose, because they could have won it 2 games ago already. And I think all the teams that have been playing against Chiefs have been giving us presents, and we've been fluffing those opportunities, because we should have been number 1 on the log already. But I'm just happy that we took the present that was given to us yesterday and we actually put it to our advantage. And that on Thursday, I'm hoping we will put emotions aside and actually just do the job and beat Chiefs.
Mpedulo?
Sure, guys. Yeah, a win is a win. I'm not happy with how we are playing, but I'm happy with the win and 3 points. I think we can do better. We can do better in terms of our finishing, or in terms of our creativity today in the final third. It's not that good. Parmani tried. I think there was a save. Meza also was trying, but no, it wasn't working. I don't know what's happening with Gaston also. It seems a bit off in terms of creating chances and all. And then my concern about the captain, I think this guy is being overused. He's being overused, and we've been crying, but it seems like it's not going to change. And on Thursday, we are going to see him. Obviously, we are playing against Chiefs, and I don't know. I don't think we have someone to take his place, or maybe the team doesn't function well without him. But I'm so concerned about his fitness and all. He looks like his side, like the legs are gone. Yeah, but let's see what will happen on Thursday. We have to win that match. That is a must win. Like we've been saying, those matches are also like every match now is a must win, obviously. But that one, is the most important one. We have to beat Chiefs if we stand a chance to win the league. Because they have
none of the you don't need to beat Chiefs to win the league. None of that.
No, man. That thing is has to change. We have to beat Chiefs to win the league. Even their goal difference is superior. Their goal difference is superior. We have to beat them in order to stand a chance. Because if we beat them, we're still going to remain number 2 because of their good goal difference. And then we'll still have to hope that they will drop points and we'll win matches. So it's still in their hands. Like Sedi said, it's still in their hands. But let us beat them on Thursday. Thanks.
Kelvin.
Yeah. How's it, guys? Now, honestly, if we are honest, we didn't play like a team that is fighting for the league. Meza, I think Meza must go back home, guys. We don't need Meza anymore. We can't go so far in South America and come back with someone who's just ordinary. We have players who can do better than Meza. That guy has the pace, has the strength, but he doesn't have the finishing. He doesn't have the last ball. What is he doing? Pagamani played well. It's just that you can see he needs few games, yes. But for Meza, guys, he's been getting those minutes. Meza, we've been hoping since the start of the season. He was showing those things yes, I'm a good player, but we don't see the final product. So it's useless to go that far in South America to come back with a player that we have to nurse. No, guys. And then in the middle, I think it's high time we drop Kekana maybe we can go with the combination of Andile Jali and Godze, because you can see Piso doesn't want to drop Godze as well, and Godze doesn't go forward. At least if we can have Godze and Jali, we'll have someone who will take those balls and run forward, because Godze doesn't run forward. Kekana now he ran and then he only blasts the balls now. He doesn't even pass. How many times he got the chance, instead of crossing the ball like Mawe did, he just blasts the ball 2 times. And I wanted him out after second half, but our coach loved this guy, but I don't see him anymore, guys. What is he doing? Let's be honest.
He's tired, man. There are no legs there.
The guy is tired. And then for our left back, I'm very happy, guys. That boy is doing very well, and he's giving us so much attack on our left. I'm very happy with on our left hand side. On the right, Anel is doing well, but he doesn't have the last ball as well. Because when we attack, especially at the moment, we need each and every point that we can get. Especially we need every win in every game. So Anel doesn't give us that thing. We really miss Morena, guys. We really miss Morena.
We do.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
We really miss Morena. Because even Pizzo must start making changes second half. Now we have 5 changes. Why you must wait until 80 minutes? Because you see changes, they change the game. He brought Villa and even Makhala. Makhala started after Makhala came in. We started attacking from the right. So I think Pizzo must start making changes second half if you want to win the league. Because against Chiefs we have a chance, since they don't have those tall guys, tall dogs, or what do you call them? So it means
the helicopters.
Yeah, so it means we don't have to be worried about the long balls against Chiefs on Thursday. If we can use our chances on Thursday, then we have a chance to win. But if we can drop points against Chiefs, a draw is a lose. If we can draw, let's kiss the league. We have to kiss the league goodbye. Because we have a good chance. We have a good chance on Thursday. They don't have the guy who we are all scared of, Nogovic. He's a fighter, that guy. He's the only guy who can give our defense a problem. They won't have even Castro. He's another one who also loves those aeroplane passing. So I think we have a good chance. So
and Billiard is also just rubbish lately, so I don't expect him to step up to the plate either.
you see,
he might to
so
prove a point. He might.
Yeah, like Kambole.
To
yesterday.
prove what point? Guys, Billiard needs us more than we need him. We don't have to take him back. So if he's smart, he must play bad to come back home.
And the door is open.
I think Billiard will try to prove a point, but the problem is he doesn't play around players that allow him to prove that point. That is only going to be his disadvantage. So as much as he'll try, he won't be able to do it alone. So now for today's match, defensively we were not tested. I'm not gonna lie. So I wasn't happy at defense the previous match, but defensively we were not tested. So I can't say defense we were right. Yeah, okay, sure. Maybe we had a bit of shape, we had a bit of structure, and Madisha was not as erratic as he was, but there was no pressure. I can't even think of 3 chances where I thought Kennedy was going to lose the ball, except for the ones where Kennedy Velo was being comedy as Beck said.
Comedy.
Yeah, so I can't think of that. So that's my biggest worry. But in terms of that, how we can try and counter it, because I know Kaizer Chiefs, they want to try and come at us from the wing. We need to try and be compact, because we were talking about this thing. Anel. Where Anel is not effective. Go big. Let's not lie. He's proven that the past 2 games. So let's not lie.
He proved that on Friday.
So what we can try and do is that let's take in the middle field this double pivot. How about we play Jali and we play Villa in the middle? Villa can go, and so that we know that okay, sharp. Fullback, our only attacking fullback is Lake, and then Anele will be the last 3, so that you don't have to have a player that's constantly sitting from the middle. So now say we go Villa, we go with this guy, so that Villa push a double 8, police. So we got nothing to lose. It's a cup final for us. Like we should play this game as if our lives depend on it.
And on that matter, I think it's either we go with Villa and Jali, or Jali and Mawe, because Mawe, remember how Mawe was playing well in that position at Marisburg before we signed him.
Yeah.
That's why now I just want Mawe to play that role so that I can judge him. For now,
I agree.
Because Mawe can press and can defend.
Phasudi,
correct.
Come in, my brother.
Yo, what's up, man?
Your thoughts, my brother.
Yeah, man. I think we're just lucky to walk away with 3 points, and I really want to say thank you to all Sundowns supporters who prayed for this game. Definitely your prayers was heard back, guys. But there are 3 things that I'm not happy with, especially with our coach Pitso Mosimane. Number 1. You play for 60 minutes with the same players, and then they don't give you the desired results. That thing should just tell you something already, something that we are doing wrong, and there's something that those players are doing wrong in the field. Substitute Maboe and Zwane. Those substitutes should have happened, I think, within 5 minutes in the second half. Yeah, within 5 minutes in the second half. You bring those guys, they change the game. Did you see how Mahalwa alone changed the game? I mean, like after Mahalwa got in, that's when we saw changes.
Yeah.
Everything changed. Yeah. So those are the changes that those are the changes that Pitso must learn to introduce early in the game, because we're not always going to be this lucky. Today we are just lucky to score a goal in the dying minutes. And then one other thing, one other thing, I would like to disagree with people who are criticizing that guy, Anele Ngcono. Anele Ngcono is a very brilliant defender. What Pitso needs to do is that he needs to put someone there on the right who can help that guy in terms of attack, so that Anele doesn't do a lot of overlapping. That's what we are lacking right now. Anele is a very good defender. With him in the field, I think we've seen nothing but stability. We only concede, ever since they introduced him, we only conceded goals from set pieces, which happened in the game against Marisburg United. And teams can obviously bring one person or Mudisha, like Junior Kanye says. Yeah.
Guys. If we look at, let's say, the Sundowns as a team, we know what we normally expect from our fullbacks, that they're going to overlap, essentially supporting the wingers. Zwane likes to operate on the left, and Mkhulise, I saw Mkhulise as the one who's supposed to operate on the right. And instead, what we saw in the game, Mkhulise was operating more in the middle field. So him and Mahlambi were dropping in too deep, too many times. And I'm asking myself, I'm like, what's the point of Kekana and Kotse in that midfield if you have guys who are supposed to be up front are now dropping in to collect the ball? And when Kekana's playing the long ball or whoever, and I'm like, who do you think is supposed to be at the end of that long ball that you're playing? Because these guys actually should be there supporting, like you say, supporting like, hey, that way, when you're overloading those positions there, you're creating more problems for the defenders of the opposing team. But now today, we didn't trouble the defense. Golden Arrows. Steve Compella is like, look, I'm not gonna try and play mind games, beat around the bush. I'm playing 3 center backs. I'm defending. He said it.
Yeah.
And you thinking, okay, so this guy is saying he's defending. So essentially what we should do is also overload players with attack. Similarly to if I'm looking at the final of the UEFA Champions League, where how many Bayern players would you say are in the 18 of PSG? You saw their intent that they're attacking.
More than 4, more than 4.
And you look at typical situations, you have about 5 Golden Arrows defenders and you have 2 Sundowns players, and I'm like, and we are the ones that's supposed to win. So we definitely need to do more for us to get the desirable results, because I also feel the same way, Phasudi, that I feel today's win was a lucky one. And I guess one
luck.
We
were lucky. We were very, very lucky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On that point, like, it only comes once a year. So people must get excited and say, no, I got the tactics right. I got the tactics right there in this game. He mustn't get that too excited. What he must do, he must go back to the drawing board and realize that him bringing a subs in the dying minutes is not helpful to the team. We need.
I actually find it very disrespectful for the coach to bring in subs 92 minutes. What is the point? What was the reason?
I mean, you're basically telling the players that I don't believe in you guys. I'm just using you guys to waste time. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. And then, guys, it's not right.
And I still on that point, you were raising about our midfield, and our attack. Remember what happened to Villa when he was always dropping deep to help Kekan? What happened to Villa?
He was conceding a lot of free kicks there.
And then remember when Villa was always dropping in the middle to help Kekan? We ended up criticizing Villa, remember, guys? This is what is happening now with Mkhulise. Mkhulise is always in the middle helping Kekan. So people want Gekana to shine, but using other players. Can you see that, guys? Because if you see, Mkhulise is always in the middle, trying to help Kekan. But at the same time, it means in our attack, we are lacking in our attack. Because Mkhulise was supposed to attack, but he's not. He's always in the middle. That's why Eros was defending today. They are defending, but they're only attacking with 2 players. It was only Meza and this guy, Mahlambi. They were always isolated. Because you can see every time when Mahlambi goes, and then even these balls from Kekan, those long balls, they're no longer working now anymore, guys.
I think it's high time. He doesn't look for a player. He kicks them forward and then hope that a player
someone will run
and catch it.
And on that one, I think it is because a lot of teams have realized that we are relying a lot on those long balls from Kekan. So what they do is that they don't give our attacking players enough space, because when that javelin goes up front, you could see that there's already 2 players from our opponent going to actually stop that particular ball. So we need a different strategy. A passing football, I think that's the way to go.
So, touching on the subs, now, you look at I'm talking top teams, guys. We're talking UEFA Champions League. We're talking Barclays. We're talking subs now are used effectively. You look at yesterday's game, last night's game, the final. Immediately the second half starts, they're already putting in subs because they're maximizing the usage of the new rule. You look at here in the PSL, teams are maximizing. Celtics, Cape Town City, Bidvest Vets, they're maximizing on this 5 sub. And yet, when you look at stats, Sundowns, it's still the worst when it comes to subs. Our subs are less effective. Our subs come in late in the game. So we can brag about us having a big squad, quality players, and yet we're not effectively using the sub system. It can't be that, you know, we laugh as supporters and we're like, I know. As much as first half we saw it's not working, our coach is not going to effect change and saying, look, it didn't work 45 minutes. There's no point in hoping that it's going to work for the next 20, 30 minutes. Let me put in some changes now. Even Chiefs, for goodness sake. When things don't work out the first half, you already see 2-3 players already coming on to try and change the game. So, I mean, it's always been something that, you know, we can criticize Coach Pito on, but surely from his side, it's something that he needs to realize that, look, from experience, he needs to see that, okay, I've been doing this thing and it's not working. I need to change. He put in the subs. Effectively, they got him the goal. But now imagine had he done that earlier. What was that going to do to the game?
If he had done that at the 60th minute, I think we would be talking a whole different... We would be a lot happier with how the game ended. If he had put those subs at the 60th minute and we had gotten at least 2 or 3 goals out of that, we would be a lot happier about the overall performance of the team. But now, because we have this dilemma, Peter has done so much for us as a team. Yeah. We always think back to what he has, where he found us, and where we are now, and how many things we have won. We find it very hard to question his thinking and his tactics, because now, as you said earlier, teams are starting to see. Teams are starting to see, okay, like you said earlier, Shampo, one of these, give him 2 or 3 passes, he's going to do a javelin. And then they've already expected it, and now they know how to defend it. So unfortunately, now we as supporters, there's 2 very different. We all love Pito. That we're not going. That's not something we're going to we're not disputing that, but we don't love how he does his subs. I honestly feel like, what are you doing subbing someone in the 92nd minute? What is the point? What exactly is the point of putting Sumahuru at the 92nd minute? What is he going to do? How is he going to affect the game? I mean,
I understand why you put in Sumahuru at that minute, because if you check what Aros was doing now, they were just pumping everything into the ball, and so they were hoping to get the second ball, and so he was practically trying to avoid that losing at the last minute. So, but I hear you in terms of this thing, substitution. It's always been our problem, Libit. And I want to mention this other fact, Yadi sub and being effective, and you know the stats that I've checked. Do you know the team that has the most impactful substitution is Bloemfontein Celtic? And they are the ones that make the substitutes like their substitute. They are the ones that score goals because they're able to read the game from the bench. So I checked it as a very interesting stat, and I compared that to the amount of substitute that they make as to compare to the amount of substitute that we make. I mean, if a coach can sit on the bench and analyze and see, okay, Masowake, now I can put in these players, and these players, they're so effective, they score. Like, why is it that our coach cannot do? My biggest criticism of Pizzo to date, ever since the first day he walked into a Sundowns dressing room, is that he doesn't really have a plan B, and that bothers me, because if
Because
if your starting 11 doesn't work, like you need to, he's experienced enough, man. He's been in a game forever. You need to be experienced enough to switch and say, but my plan B is this. Give me that element of surprise. Oscar Taba, take risks, and
yes.
now the more trophies he wins, the more he doesn't want to make subs, because he's protecting a legacy more than building a legacy now. Like now he's comfortable with the legacy. He's trying to protect it. He's playing not to lose, but not rather to win. So that's.
But you know what the other thing is? His subs also, you're replacing. He's going to take out certain players to put in the exact same player. There's no element of, like you said just now, there's no element of surprise or okay, you're going to take out whoever and put in this one, and now the formation is going to, the guys are going to be smart enough to say, okay, we can consider this guy. Now let's play in this formation and see what we get out of it.
Yeah, even up to today, I have never seen Bizo taking out a defender or a right back or left back for an attacker. Because that's what other coaches they do. You go to halftime, okay, this team is not attacking us. Like today, Golden Eagles was not attacking; they were sitting back. What do? You can take it. You can at least take one defender and put another attack. You can take Anele, or you can take Kekana in the middle, because Kekana was doing nothing. You can take Kekana and put Villa. Now you don't need to defend. All you need is to attack more. That's what Beatles were doing. Even the plumbers from Kaizer Chiefs, that plumber man, we all know maybe he doesn't know how to use it, but that plumber, he make changes, and those changes they always give him results. Yesterday, he came back with as Junior Kanye said, he came back with his wingers, right back and left back, and then they gave him a goal. Why our coach is not doing changes early, guys?
Well, we are running out of time, so I'm going to give each of you guys a minute to say what you want to say about what you just saw tonight. I'll start with Mpedulo. Mpedulo, your 1 minute, my brother.
Yeah, guys. I hear you with all this thing of the subs, not having a plan B. Yeah, it really is a problem. But what I think with this is the problem with our coach now. He doesn't believe in changing his team. That's the problem. He doesn't believe in changing his team. So you let his team maybe see what will happen up until maybe 80 minutes, and then say he gives up. So he's playing not to lose most of the time. So long as the team is not scoring, so he's not going to change the team. So that's what I saw with that team. So I'm hoping on Thursday there's going to be changes. We'll see more attack on our side, and we'll be more. We'll create more chances, because that was my problem today. We didn't create a lot of chances against Arrows, and that was a problem. Yeah, let's see what happens on Thursday.
Phasudi?
Yebo. Not from my side of it too. I just want to focus on the game on Thursday. I'm really praying and hoping that we don't get to see Klompageka in that game. If we can just come up with a different game plan whereby the boys will play passing football, I think that's going to work out very well for us, because Kaizer Chiefs is not a team that puts the ball on the field. They do those long balls and all that. So on Thursday, we need people who can put the ball on the field, like who can pass the ball. Because if you're gonna start throwing the ball up front like Kekana does, you're not gonna win with Kaizer Chiefs. Those guys are tall. You have Matoro there who's tall. You have Cardozo there who's also tall. Or maybe they might even put that boy in Gezana. Those guys are tall, so you don't want to be playing javelin.
Agay too.
We need. Sorry.
There's Agay as well.
There's Agay as well. That guy is tall. So if we can just put the ball on the grass and pass it, I think we're gonna beat them.
Oh, okay, Sedi?
Yeah.
Nah, I have a lot of emotions when it comes to this game on Thursday. I just want us to win. I don't care how we play, whether it's ice cream football or if we play ugly, where Chiefs supporters are going to call our players dirty players. I don't care. I just want 3 points. but we must do it well, and for the love of God, we must just hope Kekana does not play 90 full minutes, because I think it's going to hurt us in the long run. But overall, I hope people must put their hands up in the team. I don't know what's happening there in that bubble, but the guys must sort it out. And I'm just hoping we win.
Kelvin?
Yeah, as for Thursday games, as we have a strong technical team, we have Mangoba Muniti, we know he's good with his philosophy is playing football. We have Picasso, who we know he follows Pep Guardiola and Klopp and those guys. So I'm hoping after today's result, they will sit down and watch the videos of today's game. They will see we didn't attack enough. So that they must use today's game against the Chiefs to bring more attackers against Chiefs. Against Chiefs, we have to go all out. Either we lose by losing attacking. I won't mind losing, but as long as if you can go into that game attacking. That's all I want to see. Not this thing of sharing the ball, going back and in the middle going back. No, we need to attack. Have more shots on target. Like, did you watch how Bayern Munich is attacking? They don't care about defense. They attack. That's what they are scoring more. So we should also attack. We have players who can do that. We have quality guys. Our guys can score.
If we saw the game Celtics and Chiefs, Celtics was playing, guys. We have these guys in the final. Celtic were playing. Chiefs had no answer at all. And if we're gonna win, we have to play.
You know what Celtics did, ne? If you give Mato a player like Kelvin Mahal, Mato won't play. That's what Celtic did. Mato doesn't like players who play the ball. But if you can give Mato a player who is also relying on long balls, then if you're gonna use long balls, Mato will play. But if you can if you can start Kelvin Mahal against Chiefs, he's gonna go. He can even get a three.
Because I hope he's not injured, that boy.
They are not Chiefs defense. They're not good with defense, unless if you can't play football, they are very poor. But if you're gonna come with long balls, they will shine.
Koketso?
Well, last season I thought the football gods wanted us to win it, but this season they're just flexing. It's like all I'm noticing, because I remember even Pat tweeted that every team is making sure that Sundowns wins the league. And my response to him was that every team except Sundowns. We are the ones that do not want to win this league. So from what I'm noticing, I'm not inspired. I'm still not inspired. I don't feel like we deserve this league. But something wants us to win this league. So I still don't feel as differently as I was on Friday. I'm still angry. I'm still angry with the tactics. Mara, something wants us to win. There's a higher force that wants us to celebrate this 50th anniversary with this treble.
But I think Peter has a soft spot for Chiefs. Remember when we were chasing Pirates, Sundowns was attacking, was scoring, we were winning. But now against Chiefs, like he's more relaxed, like he doesn't care, guys.
I know. Yeah, but now the thing is, I'm gonna play devil's advocate now because we in an environment that we don't know.
So James, I have to bounce, ne?
New to everywhere. Yeah, this is new to everybody. So we've never been in this environment. Yeah, bubble. And so I'm very critical of Peter, but I'm very mindful of the environment that we're in. So that's my point in terms of this.
I just want the win. That's all. I want the league.
Yeah, we have to win. Don't say you have to win.
I think Thursday will give a little bit of a clear indication of what is actually going on because apart from tonight, Chiefs has been like giving us the ball and saying, no, you win the league, and we've been giving Chiefs, you win the league, and now there's no other games to watch except the two guys that are competing against each other.
You know what's my prayer now?
I'm telling you now, if Chiefs wins on Thursday, if Sundowns wins on Thursday, we're winning the league.
You know what's my prayer now, guys? You know what's my prayer now? You know what's my prayer now?
Yeah.
I want us I want us to win that game on Thursday with an offside goal that they're gonna cry about it, so that they will lose focus.
And we must get a penalty as well. We must benefit from a penalty.
So that they can talk. When they talk, they're going to lose focus. I know that the panel, Super Sport panel will be talking about it. In that way, these players they will be losing focus talking about it so that we bounce with the league. That's all I want.
Look, we are out of time, guys. I can say, I hope Junior Kanye is happy today. I mean, the guy's been fighting for us.
I'm gonna watch this video right now.
I hope he's satisfied.
Kululeko, my brother. Kululeko,
my brother.
I know that one.
Right.
No, cheers, guys. Thanks a lot. Well, there you have it, guys. It's the Master Tactician fan signing out. You heard it from everyone. Sundowns at least tonight managed to close the gap to 3 points, making it even more interesting on Thursday to see what will actually transpire on that night. But you know what to do. You can subscribe. You can turn on the notification. You can comment on YouTube. You can comment on our Twitter feed. You can comment on Facebook. And we also on Instagram. It's the Master Tactician fan signing out. Cheers.